At the beginning of the story, we see that in the middle of a calm river, little Jenny is sitting in a boat with her father as they fish together. Everything looks completely normal. But deep under the water, something terrifying is hiding that could make anyone's blood run cold. Jenny's father laughs and tells her that he is going underwater to catch some fish. He warns her to stay away from the water or the monster fish might eat her too. Jenny innocently replies that if the monster catches her, she will fry it like an egg and eat it instead. But in the next few moments, something happens that is about to change the fate of the entire village. Her father jumps into the water and suddenly comes back up to scare her as a joke. Instead of laughing, Jenny gets frightened and starts crying. To cheer her up, her father begins doing funny tricks in the water. Jenny starts laughing again because she thinks he is only playing around, but then an unseen force suddenly grabs her father from below. At first, Jenny believes it is another joke. A few seconds later, his screams become real. He struggles with all his strength and desperately tries to escape. However, whatever is beneath the water drags him into the depths. In the next moment, the river turns red with blood. After witnessing such a horrible death with their own eyes, the villagers are completely shocked. Nobody understands what is hiding inside the river. Some people call it a monster. Others believe it is an evil supernatural force. Fear quickly spreads across the entire village. The villagers decide to bring in a priest to get rid of the curse of the river. The priest arrives and stands at the riverbank while chanting prayers. Then, to show his power, he throws a bomb-like weapon into the water. After the explosion, a huge sea creature rises out of the river. The priest immediately tells everyone that this is the monster responsible for killing the man. The villagers are filled with fear and anger, so they believe him without questioning anything. The priest tells them that the creature's punishment is now in their hands. The villagers shout together that it should be killed. Just then, a man named Jeff steps forward from the crowd. He tells everyone that they are making a huge mistake. According to him, this is not the monster that killed the man. It is actually a harmless creature that never hurts anyone. The villagers become suspicious and ask who he is. Jeff explains that he is also a demon hunter and that he can capture the real monster. But the first priest quickly interrupts him and starts turning the villagers against him. He claims that Jeff is lying and has come only to spread fear in the village. The frightened villagers are easily influenced. Instead of listening to Jeff, they capture him, tie him up with ropes, and hang him above the river. But this is where things become even more dangerous because the real monster is still alive beneath the water. The villagers think the danger is over. Some of them happily go back into the river and start swimming again. However, Jeff notices something large moving under the water in the distance. He shouts as loudly as he can and warns everyone to get out because the real monster is coming, but nobody pays attention to him. A moment later, the terrifying creature attacks from below and swallows a woman alive right in front of everyone. The entire village erupts in panic and screams. Now everyone realizes that the first priest was lying. One villager confronts him and asks why he deceived them. Trying to protect his reputation, the priest claims that he already killed the real monster and that this must be another one. But before he can finish speaking, the monster suddenly leaps out of the water, grabs him, and drags him into the river. Now the villagers are completely terrified. Meanwhile, Jeff, who is still hanging from the rope, shouts at everyone not to run. He tells them to lie down where they are and pretend to be dead because the monster attacks anything that moves. The villagers somehow calm themselves and hide wherever they can. Silence quickly spreads across the area. The monster comes out of the water, but when it sees no movement, it returns to the river. At that moment, a mother notices her daughter Jenny standing near a boat. She signals for her to stay where she is, but the frightened girl starts running toward her mother instead. Jeff yells at her to stop and not move. Unfortunately, it is already too late. The monster bursts out of the water and starts pulling Jenny toward itself. Without thinking about her own life, Jenny's mother rushes forward and grabs her daughter. She uses all her strength to pull her back, but she is no match for the monster's power. Within moments, the creature drags Jenny away from her. The mother is devastated, but she refuses to give up. She grabs a wooden stick, jumps into the water, and challenges the monster to face her. A few seconds later, the giant creature appears right in front of her. The sight of its enormous size leaves her frozen in fear. With a trembling voice, she begs the monster to give her child back. But the creature has no mercy. It attacks and swallows her as well. After that, the monster turns its attention to a wooden bridge. The bridge begins to break apart. During the chaos, a small child slips from a woman's hands and falls onto another section of the bridge. Directly below, the monster waits with its mouth wide open. The child's life is only seconds away from ending. At that moment, Jeff finally manages to free himself from the ropes and jumps onto the bridge. The child slowly crawls toward him, but the monster shakes the bridge violently. Just as the child is about to fall, Jeff grabs the fake priest and pulls him onto the bridge. He uses the extra weight to tilt the bridge in their direction. For a brief moment, it seems like the child might actually survive, but then the monster attacks again. The child is thrown into the air and starts falling toward the river. At the very last second, Jeff reaches out and catches the child. He saves the kid from falling straight into the monster's mouth. During the struggle, the monster gets stuck between the metal and wooden parts of the bridge. Jeff immediately realizes that this is their chance. He tells the fake priest that if they do not pull the creature onto the shore right now. It will return to the water and nobody will be able to stop it again. Jeff and the priest start jumping on the bridge together, hoping to drag the monster out. But the creature is so powerful that both of them are thrown away. The villagers gather their courage and try to help as well, yet none of them can stand against the monster's strength. Suddenly, the ground begins to shake. A large and heavy woman comes running through the crowd. The moment she jumps onto the bridge, her weight crashes down on the monster. The creature is forced out with a powerful jolt and lands directly on top of the fake priest. Now the monster starts showing its true form. Seeing it up close, the villagers' fear slowly turns into anger. They grab weapons and rush toward it. Before anyone can attack, Jeff steps in and stops them. He tells everyone not to touch the creature because he can capture it himself. He places his equipment on the ground and takes out an old book filled with spells used to control demons. Jeff begins reading the spells, but instead of becoming calm, the monster grows even more aggressive. It is about to attack Jeff when a fast and dangerous young woman suddenly appears. Her name is Shin. Without any fear, Shin charges straight at the monster. The villagers are shocked by her confidence and energy. She wraps the creature with a magical cloth. The more the monster struggles to escape, the tighter it becomes trapped. Within moments, its huge body starts shrinking. Soon it transforms into something that looks like a puppet. After completely controlling the creature, Shin turns toward Jeff and asks if he also hunts demons. Jeff shows her his book and says that he uses spells to calm them down. Hearing this, Shin starts laughing. She tells him that his book might work on small creatures, but real demons cannot be captured that way. Then she spins the magical rings on her hands and demonstrates her power. Jeff is left completely amazed. The villagers immediately begin treating Shin like a hero and fall at her feet. But Jeff feels no happiness. He only feels pain. He quietly returns to his master and sadly admits that once again he failed to save the people. Many innocent villagers were killed right in front of him. His master then reveals something surprising. He explains that the monster Jeff faced that day was not always evil. Long ago, it was a kind spirit. One day it tried to save a child near the river, but the villagers misunderstood its intentions. They believed it wanted to harm children. Because of that mistake, they killed the spirit and threw its body into the river. The hatred, fear, and suffering it experienced eventually turned it into a monster. Jeff's master explains that demons are not always born as monsters. Sometimes the hatred of humans is enough to turn a spirit into one. Hearing this makes Jeff feel even heavier inside. But his journey is far from over. After this, the story moves to an old restaurant. A young couple arrives there to have a meal. The place feels strangely quiet. There are no customers, no waiters, and no sounds at all. Both of them feel that something is wrong. Just then, a waiter suddenly appears in front of them. He warmly welcomes them and tells them about the restaurant's special VIP meal. A short time later, hot food is served at their table. The food tastes so amazing that both of them are completely surprised. The girl asks the waiter if he cooked the meal himself. The waiter smiles and says that the chef prepared it. He points toward the kitchen. Sitting there is a chef who looks unusually handsome. The girl is fascinated by his appearance and keeps asking to talk to him. But the chef refuses without even looking at her. Still, she insists on hearing his voice. Finally, the chef slowly opens his mouth. The moment he speaks, a terrifying voice comes out. The couple is instantly frightened. They try to run away, but the chef catches them. He is holding a deadly spear and brutally kills both of them. At this point, it becomes clear that this restaurant is not meant for humans. It is actually a trap created by demons. Sometime later, Jeff arrives at the same restaurant. This time, everything looks completely different. Every table is full of people. They are eating, laughing, and enjoying themselves. The place looks so normal that anyone could be fooled by it. Soon, a beautiful woman approaches Jeff and tries to lead him inside, but Jeff notices something unusual. He begins reciting a spell. As the spell continues, the true form of the restaurant starts appearing before his eyes. The clean tables turn into filthy surroundings. The smiling faces begin disappearing. He also notices a blood-covered spear hidden inside the restaurant. Jeff immediately realizes that the woman standing in front of him is not human. Without wasting a second, he attacks her and punches her hard in the face. Her real form starts to reveal itself. Before anything else can happen, Shin arrives at the restaurant. The moment she enters, she beats the demon so badly that it is destroyed on the spot. Shin quickly notices that many other demons are hiding inside the restaurant. She starts taking them down one by one, but the real danger is still hiding in the shadows. Shin loudly challenges the creature and tells it to come out if it has the courage. A moment later, the chef demon finally steps out of the darkness. As soon as he appears, he launches an attack on Shin. A fierce battle begins between them. Shin throws her magical bracelets at him again and again. Each attack tears through his body, but instead of becoming weaker, the demon grows even angrier. Slowly, his true form starts to emerge. He is not an ordinary demon. He is actually a giant pig demon. His eyes are filled with hatred. His body holds unbelievable strength. In his hand is the same terrifying spear. He attacks Shin with all his power, but Shin manages to defend herself using her magical bracelets. Seeing an opening, she traps one of her bracelets around the demon's neck. Then she turns to Jeff and tells him that all of the creature's power is hidden inside its throat. She orders him to pull it out. When Jeff looks closely at the demon's face, fear instantly instantly takes hold of him and his throat goes dry. Anyone would have stepped back after seeing such a terrifying creature, but Jeff risks his life and moves forward. He starts pulling the demon's power into his own body. Within moments, his face begins turning blue. It looks like he is about to die. Seeing this, Shin quickly steps in and absorbs the power herself, but even she cannot handle it for long. She immediately takes out her magical cloth and traps the pig demon inside it. However, this demon is far stronger than any other demon they have faced. It uses all of its strength to break free from the cloth and transforms into a dark black pig-like form. Seeing this, both Jeff and Shin start running. The moment they escape from the restaurant, the entire building collapses behind them and is completely destroyed. This scene makes it clear that the demon is far beyond the power of any normal human. The next day, Jeff returns to his master and asks about the truth behind the pig demon. His master explains that the demon was once a human. He had a kind heart, but he was very ugly. People avoided him because of his appearance. He loved his wife deeply, but she betrayed him. She ran away with another man and stabbed him before leaving. The betrayal, pain, and humiliation changed his soul forever. His love turned into hatred, and he became the pig demon. Jeff realizes that he cannot stop such a powerful creature by himself. He tells his master that the demon is much stronger than he is. His master explains that if he wants to defeat the pig demon, he must find someone even stronger. He needs the being known as the king of all demons. That being is the Monkey King. The master tells Jeff that the Monkey King was imprisoned inside a mountain by Buddha 500 years ago. If Jeff can find him, there may still be a chance to stop the pig demon. At first, Jeff is frightened by the idea. He knows that freeing the Monkey King is like playing with fire. But then he remembers the screams of the innocent people who died before his eyes. He understands that if he does nothing, the demons will continue killing everyone. Because of that, he begins his journey toward an ancient valley where a giant Buddha statue and the Five-Finger Mountain are located. While traveling through the area, Jeff suddenly gets caught in a trap. The trap was set by demon hunters. Several people are being held captive there, and Shin is among them. Jeff is surprised to see her. Just then, a female hunter steps forward and tells him that they are there to capture demons. Anyone who gets in their way will be killed. She is about to attack Jeff when Shin quickly interrupts her. Shin lies and says that Jeff is actually her husband and that the two of them recently had an argument. She claims that he only came there to take her home. The hunter becomes suspicious of their story. She says that if they are truly husband and wife, they should hug each other. Jeff immediately refuses. At that moment, he notices the fake sharp metal spikes attached to Shin's hands. He realizes that something strange is going on. Jeff removes the fake pieces and the truth is finally revealed. Shin is actually the leader of these hunters. She arranged this entire situation just to keep Jeff close to her because she secretly likes him. But Jeff angrily tells Shin to stay away from him and forget about him completely. Hearing those words breaks Shin's heart. Still, she says nothing. The hunters capture Jeff and lock him inside a cage. With the help of her friend, Shin tries to win him over. Her friend takes out a strange paper doll. She explains that once it is attached to someone's back, their body will come under her control. Shin cannot stop herself, and under the doll's influence, she starts attacking Jeff. She beats him badly. When the control finally ends, Shin realizes what she has done. The regret is clearly visible in her eyes. At that moment, the hunters suddenly notice that something huge has been caught in their trap. Everyone starts pulling the ropes together. But the force on the other side is far too strong. A moment later, the pig demon appears before them. Fire burns in its eyes and it looks even more dangerous than before. Everyone quickly jumps onto their vehicles and tries to escape. The demon chases them at incredible speed. Shin looks behind and notices that the demon has disappeared. But in reality, it has gone ahead to block their path. Shin immediately understands the danger. To save Jeff's life, she pushes him out of the vehicle. In the next second, the pig demon crashes into the vehicle and tears it apart. Everyone is thrown onto the ground with serious injuries. Shin is badly hurt as well. When Jeff sees her lying there, he believes she is dead. He completely breaks down and starts screaming. For the first time, the feelings hidden inside his heart come out. Through tears, he tells her that she cannot leave him. Suddenly, Shin sits up. It was all an act to make Jeff admit his true feelings. The moment feels both funny and emotional at the same time. But their relief does not last long. The pig demon starts moving toward them once again. Just then, a powerful hunter arrives. He is known as Tiger Samurai. The moment he appears, he attacks the demon. A fierce clash begins between them. Tiger Samurai is so strong that even the pig demon starts backing away. The devil immediately flees from there. Then another hunter appears there. This hunter is called Demonic Foot. All of his power is concentrated in his legs, and a single kick from him can shake a mountain. Demonic Foot and Tiger Samurai don't like each other. When they see each other, they start fighting, but then suddenly a sword falls from the sky and the ground between them collapses. Everyone looks up. The sword was thrown by Prince Important, a hunter who believes he is the greatest swordsman alive. Now Tiger Samurai, Demonic Foot, and Prince Important all want to capture the pig demon, but they do not want to work together. Each of them wants the glory for himself and wants to be known as the greatest hunter. Jeff tries to explain that they can only defeat this demon if they work as a team. Instead of listening, they laugh at him and mock him. They ask how a poor wandering hunter could teach them anything. Humiliated Infuriated by their behavior, Jeff decides to leave. Shin follows him and says that she wants to go with him, but Jeff angrily tells her that because of her, he is losing focus and drifting away from the path he is supposed to follow. Jeff tells Shin that he does not care about her. He says that he only wants his book back. Hearing this, Shin becomes angry and tears the book apart. Jeff does not argue with her. He quietly walks away, but in that moment, it was not only a book that was broken. The last hope of their relationship was shattered as well. After many days of a difficult journey, Jeff finally reaches the Five-Finger Mountain. Lotus flowers cover the entire area. The place looks peaceful, but a strange feeling of fear is hidden beneath that silence. Jeff searches for a path through the flowers and eventually discovers a hidden cave. As soon as he enters, he meets a strange old man who seems completely crazy. However, this is no ordinary old man. He is the Monkey King who was imprisoned there 500 years ago. The Monkey King tells Jeff his story. He explains that long ago he was the most powerful Monkey King in heaven. His anger, strength, and pride were impossible to control. Because of this, Buddha trapped him beneath the mountain. Now he begs Jeff to set him free, but Jeff refuses to release him right away. He says that first the Monkey King must help him. He wants him to defeat the pig demon. Only then will he think about freeing him. While they are discussing their plan, Shin suddenly arrives at the cave. She followed Jeff all the way there. Shin says that she wants to help too. Jeff tells her to leave, but this time she refuses to back down. The Monkey King cleverly explains that in his past life, the pig demon was obsessed with beauty and desire. To lure him out, they can use music and dancing. After hearing this, Shin stands beneath the moonlight and begins dancing while chanting a spell. Before long, the pig demon appears. The creature immediately attacks Jeff, but Shin quickly saves him. The demon then tries to enter the cave. At that moment, the Monkey King reveals a small glimpse of his true power. He instantly shrinks the demon. Shin quickly takes out her magical cloth and traps it inside. Now both the river demon and the pig demon are under their control. Happy with their victory, Shin gives the captured demons to Jeff. Then she takes out a magical ring and places it on his finger. She also returns his torn book after carefully repairing it herself. It is obvious from her eyes that she truly loves him. But once again, Jeff breaks her heart. He asks her to take the ring back. When she refuses, Jeff picks up a stone and threatens to smash his own hand. Left with no choice, Shin removes the ring. She says nothing, tears fill her eyes. Then she quietly walks away. As soon as Shin leaves, Jeff starts feeling the weight of his decision. But by then it is already too late. Meanwhile, the Monkey King has been watching everything. He secretly encourages Jeff to break the lotus flowers growing above the cave. He claims that doing so will clear the way. Without understanding the consequences, Jeff pulls one of the lotus flowers. The moment it breaks, all the other lotus flowers begin burning like fire. In the very next moment, the cave begins to shake violently, and the Monkey King finally breaks free with a terrifying laugh. His 500 years of imprisonment are over. At first, he pretends to be a changed person. He tells Jeff that he is no longer the same as before and that he has become good. But the moment Jeff mentions Buddha's name, the Monkey King's true nature is revealed. Filled with rage, he blows Jeff away with a powerful gust of air. Jeff crashes hard onto the ground. The Monkey King then grabs Jeff by the hair and starts pulling out his hairs one by one. Jeff screams in pain while the Monkey King laughs at him. It becomes clear that he only lied to gain his freedom. Just then, Tiger Samurai, Demonic Foot, and Prince Important arrive at the scene. They believe that if they can defeat the Monkey King, they will become the greatest hunters in the world. One after another, they attack him. One uses a sword, another uses powerful kicks, and another unleashes all of his strength. But every attack is completely useless. Instead of hurting the Monkey King, their attacks seem to make him even stronger. Within moments, all three legendary hunters are overwhelmed. The Monkey King destroys them with ease. Now he is about to kill Jeff when Shin suddenly returns. Without any fear, she attacks the Monkey King. Her first kick barely affects him. Shin takes out her magical bracelets and keeps launching attack after attack. The bracelets fly through the air and strike him repeatedly, but the Monkey King simply breaks through them. Shin gives everything she has, yet even she starts losing against his overwhelming power. Then, with a single attack, the Monkey King seriously injures her. Shin falls to the ground. Seeing her like this completely breaks Jeff's heart. For the first time, he truly understands that the girl he kept pushing away was the same person who kept risking her life to save him again and again. Even with her final strength, Shin keeps looking at Jeff. Through tears, Jeff finally confesses his true feelings, but by now it is too late. Shin's life fades away before him and turns into a beautiful light. Then she disappears forever. This is the moment when Jeff's entire world falls apart. With trembling hands, he picks up the repaired book that Shin had carefully fixed for him. This time, he does not read the spell as simple words. He reads it with all of his heart. As soon as the spell is completed, a brilliant divine light descends from the sky. The glowing power grabs hold of the Monkey King and begins crushing his evil strength. The Monkey King screams in agony, but for the first time, even his incredible power is useless against this divine force. After this, Jeff and the Monkey King appear in a peaceful green place. Everything has changed. The Monkey King no longer looks like the uncontrollable demon he once was. Jeff takes out Shin's magical ring and places it on the Monkey King's head. Slowly, the ring transforms into a magical band that brings the Monkey King king under control. From that moment, he is no longer Jeff's enemy. Instead, he becomes part of Jeff's journey. Jeff succeeded in stopping the demons, but the price was the person who loved him the most. After losing Shin, he is never the same again. His book, his path, and his purpose have all changed. He now possesses great power, but he also carries a pain in his heart that no spell can ever heal. And with that sadness, the story finally comes to an end. If you liked this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel to see more such videos. Thanks for watching.